Right.
Hello. Welcome to this new episode of the Just Saying podcast. With me is Tavi, Mellow Cream,
Yeah.
and Ashley.
Yeah.
I am
we're
Costa,
back.
the creator.
We're
So,
back.
Yeah.
Ashley, you said you had you were thinking of not receiving Lobola for your daughter. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that
You know,
right?
let me. Yes. That's a very interesting one because Lobola has just now become so commercialized.
Yeah.
Zingatomboite. And back then, think about it. Back then, it wasn't really about the money itself. It wasn't about. It was just.
It was customary.
It was customary, and it's just a show of appreciation for
raising.
such a beautiful and well mannered daughter who listens to her husband and doesn't question a damn thing.
Cancel.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
No, it's more. You know what it is.
Yeah, no, that was also part of it.
It was part of it.
Yeah.
It was part of it. But nowadays, I'm hearing crazy stories, man.
Yeah.
Crazy stories where
Tell us one story.
there's the story of the amounts.
Mhm.
Heard some chick. I got Badaro 20k, 30k.
What?
Kurora mdara.
Eh?
Shit. I was like, okay,
Did-
y'all are
did-
rich,
did-
but
did this guy tip? Good, no. He was charged, and then he was like, "Look, let me throw in a little bit more."
No,
because
not
I'm
even.
grateful.
Not even.
nah, man, it was
Not even.
it was
20k.
20k, man.
I remember when there's a time when the tables kind of like the scales shifted when our former president's daughter got married and word leaked that the dowry was I think it was 25k,
Right.
and everybody from that kind of like societal level, all their daughters started getting charged something around that.
Oh, it
Yeah.
became a benchmark.
Because I had a friend who's from the Grange.
Mm.
The sister, 3 PhDs, 38-year-old. She then got married the same year, like 3 months after. And I think they charged like 18k.
Shit.
And we're all like, what the?
Mm.
She's like 38. So like you're getting a spring
Was she
chicken
a
or
virgin?
anything. Hell no. But
Okay.
then again, does it matter?
Oh, does it? Is the price also determining the?
Way back, the price. Way back, it would matter.
It would matter that
Yeah.
if she was a virgin, then she would get more money,
Yes.
more sheets.
Yes.
Okay. So then, at the end of the day, does it still matter though?
That's the thing.
Does it still matter now, or is it about what is it?
Look,
What are we measuring?
I think
What are we measuring here?
when you look at virginity, we're looking at experience. Yeah.
What are
looking
you
at-
saying, Costa?
Look,
You're
don't
saying you want someone unexperienced with data.
Look,
Eh.
It depends also, but for me, I don't think I would have loved to marry someone who has vast experience.
Vast experience.
Yes, experience. Because the other thing is, do you know, kuna man wasinga gute because of no. Let's be honest. Because imagine.
But those
This-
good Costa. Good
let me give an example. You've been to say Vic 2022.
Yeah. Hey, once or twice.
You know,
I've
you
been
know the level of service, quality of food,
there. Yeah.
and it.
Mm.
And then no kipela orikoko.
Yeah.
Then you get married to a chicken slice, bruh.
That's messed up.
So
Why you? Oh my God.
no. Like
What do
can't.
you
How
say?
can you satisfy a Vic 22 chick if you are a chicken slice? Look,
You
I'm not-
give them a lion slicer.
Sha. This is why you get people who don't get satisfied in marriage. Because imagine, say, you are, sexually experienced, maybe missionary,
Yeah.
and then flip him over.
Yeah. Those are your two moves.
Those are your two moves.
Yeah.
You know. And then this chick is used to like some really nasty shit.
Some hanging off the ceiling type nonsense.
Exactly.
But
And for me, this is
so
where
you wouldn't pay X amount.
no.
for that
Do you know
kind
what? It comes with guys. Would you rather have a new car or a used car?
obviously you want a new car. But think about it this. Okay, let me put it. Let me give you. There's this meme that's been going around. It's an ad for one of these luxury cars. Where would you rather have a used Ferrari or a brand spanking new
Hilux. I'll take the Hilux.
or brand spanking new Hilux?
I'll take the Hilux.
You take the Hilux?
Yeah.
Well, the Bentley Musan.
But then look, this is the other thing.
Uh.
Because some people have an appetite for the luxury cars.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who they have the money, but they would prefer to drive a Hilux.
Yeah. For
So
practicality.
Yeah. So now it's
To get you through the bumps, huh?
yeah. So
All right
now
then.
so now it's now a matter of saying, but okay,
Yeah.
what do you
What
want?
do you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want a chiborani?
You know.
All right, we spoke about Lobola.
Yeah.
Like back in the days, we talk about Lobola back in the days compared to now.
Mm.
Why would somebody pay dowry or Lobola
Now.
back in the days?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Back in the day it was.
What was the reason?
Back in the day it was for two reasons, if I'm correct. First reason was again appreciation to the family that raised your future wife.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it was you're almost like proving that you can take care of her. It's like you must have enough resources to take care of her.
Take care of her
and
raise a family.
As a
man.
As a man. It was more to do. The worst case scenario.
Before the whole toxic masculinity phrase came up.
Yeah, whatever. You see, if I'm not mistaken, maybe you may correct me here, Tavi. Kudara, even way back then, you'd have to, like in Kenya, for example, you would have to kill a lion to prove your is it the marriage thing?
I think it was like almost every way. Why the thing is, like you said, you had to prove that you can take care of somebody's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So depending on the social status, so if it's the king's daughter, like if I was marry the president's daughter, I have to prove a certain level of, provision.
Able to hunt.
Yeah,
provision, exactly.
That's when the king would then say, "Go kill this lion," or do this or do that. That you'd like
no, but then
warrior.
that's the standard in that.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was standard for everybody.
No, I don't think.
Otherwise, we'd run out of lions.
That's why they're having problems like that. Kenya, really?
That's why they run out of lions.
Guys.
No.
What about
Kudara, when you had to prove your manhood, you had to kill a lion as a Maasai warrior.
No.
Correct me. Get in the comments if you think I'm lying. Somebody correct me if I'm
maybe
wrong.
as a Maasai warrior, but not like for marriage. We're talking Lobola here.
Yeah. Okay.
So if Ashley, if somebody wants to marry Vuvu and Ashley is of a certain, is the king or whatever, because you're gonna take the king's daughter and then go stay in some dodgy ass hut or whatever. You gotta be on a certain level. That's why they'll then marry amongst
themselves.
Kings. Or remember, kings back in the days were like real warriors. But if somebody's like Tavi's daughter, who is like a pauper, then it was also easier to marry that person because of the level. So now it's being translated wrongly now, where somebody has got where's the Kevin Samuels skit, PhD, and then say, you're getting married, my daughter has got a PhD, I spent so much money taking her to Harvard, so I need 25,000. So which is wrong now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that point, is it right or fair to then demand? When does it start becoming unreasonable? Like when you say to your kids, like the example you've given, your parent starts demanding, but no, I did this for you, I did this for you, I did this for you. So you need to pay me back somehow.
Yeah, it just depends on
That's
the
like black
relationship.
checks.
Yeah.
That I don't agree with that.
It just depends on the relationship you have with your parents and you and what you hold your values. Pagurora, Panama customs amari, they're indigenous to certain people, indigenous to certain tribes, whatever it is. That this is how they do it. But the general gist of why you pay Rora are those two things, if I'm not mistaken. Those two things. Can you take care of your wife and an appreciation to say?
I think also kubatanis kwa families.
Yes,
Getting
exactly.
to know each other.
Getting to know each other.
That's
how.
how.
That hope. Remember that process when you walking into the home. As you clap your hands and whatever and you sit down. That. You get asked certain questions. By the end of the day, you know so much about their family, and they also know about you. Where are you from? Totems and all this stuff. To me, that's the whole cultural aspect.
You know the weird thing?
It's not about the money that is then exchanged.
Do you know what the weird thing is?
Yeah.
Funny enough, the man, in Shona culture, the man doesn't see most of that process. I doesn't go pinda.
Yeah. It was actually
so depend because some days
I'm saying when you did the whole thing, right? You did the whole road thing, right? Yeah. Negotiations and
yes,
Mama
in the other room.
You can't really, you're not part of the process.
But who's negotiating is a family member. So that means the family is getting to know each other.
Friend also.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And they're getting to know each other.
I get you 100%.
That's how much it shows. It's a family binding.
Yes.
I get you.
Yeah. So the issue now is that now, Seguru John.
Yeah.
Kanoti mainini kiresenzia. Vane ma demands avo pane mwana uyu. Kana wakuroorwa.
Yes.
Funny enough. I don't know whether that's.
Look, I feel like.
And this
that's what's happening now.
And this Mainini or Nigrini has not been involved in this child's life at any. Zokutoti anototi ndiopu mwana wacho. Ndiana akutoroorwa. Ndiani?
She's got a PhD.
Yeah. But the point is that sometimes now it becomes a money.
Exactly.
Now another crazy thing is that part of the dowry and what you can say certain things.
Yeah.
Pagudiwa inverter and solar.
Yeah, now they're asking for some crazy ass.
Inverter, solar. Jojo tank.
Some stuff used to be standard.
What's it?
I don't know.
Generator. So you see, it's now more mkwasha. It's like uruto panishwa.
It used to be, some stuff used to be like standard. You would know that this family needs a certain number of cows if you're going to marry the daughter. You actually knew that this is the Monda family. If I was married there, I would need 10 cows.
10 cows.
I would need to kill
a
lion.
Standard.
There was a standard. And there's also a standard, Mombeo Mai, the mom's cow. You knew that that's a standard. You can't go below or above. But now, these extras.
It's now all cash based.
Yeah.
Cash equivalent.
The value
Yes.
of one.
Value of one.
So it's
cash equivalent.
Yeah.
Let's not mention interbank rates versus black market rates.
I remember when my dad got married, he says all he had to do, he told his dad he wants to get married. All he had to do was just go to the kraal, because when his sisters got married, cows came.
They were already.
So there were already cows there. So he just took the same cows, because obviously they were also bred, and just took them to the next village to marry. And that's how it used to be, you know?
Now
you're like,
yo, who's the most expensive? Which region is the most expensive, Gurora?
Masvingo.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
For real?
Mondoro.
Mondoro as well.
Mondoro also.
They're quite pricey. What's so special about them girls from Masvingo,
Quality
Mondoro, man?
cooch.
They say
Is it quality cooch?
They say
Quality cooch.
Wow, that's some expensive cooch. Is that a $25,000 cooch? It's
And
crazy.
she's always, and find out she's always on OnlyFans. But
Nah.
it's crazy,
It's,
you know,
it's
because
become so commercialized. No wonder. You know what? I've
Yeah.
got all of them. Zvafana zvanotara.
Yeah.
Zvekuti, hell no, I'm not doing
yeah,
But you know, also what I've realized
Mm.
is sometimes people can say people in your family maybe have negative feelings against Tavi to say,
Mm.
Tavi anoshaina or Tavi this.
Yeah,
Tavi
no,
that.
I know China.
The day when Tavi's daughter wants to get married, God forbid Tavi's dead. Ha.
My way.
don't make it
They will
hard.
make it hard for that guy, you know. So
That is
just
crazy.
be unreasonable or make
Unruly.
Just
Yeah.
flip.
you know. So
Just so that they don't do a
sometimes
good
it's
thing.
it's that as well. Where
Disruption.
Yeah. When my sister got married, it was around 2008 when you were going through that inflationary
Yeah.
era.
Mm.
I remember the day. I know she's gonna kill me for this, but my dad, in fact, the Maltese, we are not, you know, we've never been, you know, that much greedy. That's what I think. I think we're really like the coolest family ever. So my uncles and my dad and everything, they didn't even ask for much because they knew that everybody's going through shit. It was a good thing that this guy, nice churchy dude who she met also at church, they fallen in love and they want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
So my dad actually asked for like next to peanuts. It was so embarrassing because my mom is late. The women that were representing my mom, you know, my aunties from all over, they caused a scene. It was so embarrassing. Imagine this traditional event where the men, you know, are like on the high tables, you know, and the women are seated down. And they all start complaining, you know, they're all making noise. One then got confident enough to then stop the proceedings and said, but Wamosi, if your wife was still alive, do you think she would allow the daughter to go away to be married for free? You know? And we had to ask, one of my uncles had to ask the Wakwashas, you know, the in-laws to move out. So
it happened in live.
so that they could control this quorum and tell the women that, hey, shut the fuck up.
Wow.
This is a man's proceeding. It was so embarrassing because in their minds, they're like, this guy, we know that they own a service station and they own this. And then you're just giving them, just letting them marry your daughter for almost next to nothing.
See,
You know, and this is the women. You expect men to be the ones that, because the man was coming to the men. It's the women who are like, no,
hell no.
And I'm like, so you're putting a price tag.
But also, you find also
on your
chicks
daughter.
sometimes when who say no, you can't marry me for X amount. You know, as a guy, up until watch, you know, and you're already making demands.
that's a red flag, man.
Yeah.
That's a big red flag, man. Kana wakupiwa kunzi shamari uya wakabata at least 10.
It's no, don't come.
But no peer pressure yacho yekuzi my friend akarorwa ne 7,000 ndofana ororwa ne 15.
Do you think it's unreasonable to do that, or it's okay?
To what?
For a chick to then give a guy to say, look, don't come if you've got less than 5,000.
That house is gonna be if you don't see red flags like that.
You think it's a red flag?
It is. If the amount you're talking about, she knows you can't get it. She knows you're not capable of it.
All right.
If she knows you're not capable of
Because my wife was actually cool. She went and investigated.
Yes.
Found out from her aunties and all, you know, like how much do you think it's gonna be?
Yes, that's fine.
So I was prepared.
No, that's the same thing with me. I was given the leeway. Shout out to the Lundos, very beautiful family. They never made it difficult for me at all. I was actually surprised because of the horror stories that you hear.
Yeah.
In my way, this is gonna be.
Because they knew, they understood.
No, they understood that this is not.
And look at it this way. I've seen how close you are with your in-laws.
Oh, we're good.
You see?
I love it.
Because you know that it was not.
Yeah.
And all your
No.
parties. I've seen you hang
friends.
with your brother-in-laws. You're like,
Yes,
parties.
we're friends.
Some people can't do that because they're like, these people.
I think the way sometimes it's two things. I think the way
we're family,
your
not friends.
in-laws treat you is based off one, how you behave, and two, how your partner represents you and speaks about you to them.
Exactly. That's another thing,
Yeah.
because if your partner is saying nasty things about you,
there's no way people will respect you.
They'll be like, I'm Kwasha Mboko.
Yeah.
So this actually brings resentment actually at some point. If, let's say, your significant other goes through a torrid time during the Rora process.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they want to come and visit,
then you find out the child isn't yours.
Oh shit, that's another episode.
Or then she cheats.
No, not even that.
No, not
even that.
Just
after
first
that.
interaction.
The first interactions I need, and murugu
Oh.
kupereka
Yes. Oh, you mean?
So if they treat her, like if they ill treat her, they shouldn't be surprised when they show up at their house and they don't get the.
Oh yes, you see now.
You see, that's the thing.
It's because
they planted this seed.
People who don't respect proper culture would have taken over and.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be torrid time for you and her.
Yeah.
And also, okay, just imagine this guy.
Yeah. I get you.
Anzi badara 50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he managed and he owes. He's owing because I'll pay the Rora.
Yeah.
And he's owing this money. And then this woman comes into this house. Do you not think that man will have some sort of entitlement issue?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
You won't see her as an equal, as a partner.
Because I think you're right. Because depending on how the in-laws treat the Mukwasha,
exactly,
they could create problems in their
Might
marriage.
Create huge problems. First, you will find aninga maybe fuck that.
Yeah.
I paid 50K for your
There's
ass.
a certain entitlement.
Yeah, no, I can do whatever I want.
I can do
with
whatever
you.
I want. In fact, I can marry another one.
It doesn't matter because I paid
in your
50K.
mind, you think it's about the money and not about the union of family.
Yeah. Entitlement.
So we're creating monsters. That's why
Yeah.
I want Lobola for my daughter. But
it's not going to be crazy.
It's not going to be crazy. Why? Obviously, I'll respect the fact that somebody is coming to my home and respected me and said, you know what, I want to marry your daughter. Because look at it this way, especially with modern culture, people can easily just live in and do whatever they want anyway. Unlike 500 years ago, you wouldn't even be able to have sex with somebody's daughter before, you pay Lobola.
For me, I think if I have a daughter, I'm not going to make it easy. Because I feel like there's a correlation between the way look, you can make it not easy but be friendly.
Yeah, reasonable.
Not good reasonable as such, but being friendly in terms of what sometimes people don't have good communication skills where you feel like you have to say things that are not comfortable. You have to be aggressive and angry. And no, you can just present your case, but with still being welcoming and friendly, being firm to say, look, you guys want a wedding. It's fine. These are our conditions. You need to have paid A, B, C, D. I think I would do that where I wouldn't let people have it easy, because I feel like sometimes people don't value things that didn't cost them.
I get you, but I'm of a different opinion. I get what you're saying. To the process of it. It shouldn't be. The process
shouldn't be easy.
The process itself. I'll give you an example of my daughter. The process. The every box had to be ticked before we got to where we got. But it was not easy, but it was not intentionally hard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was not easy, but it was not intentionally hard. It wasn't like, right,
I'll
fix that. No.
Exactly.
It was like, this is how it is.
Look,
and this is how it is.
That's the same approach.
And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's how it used to be.
It should be
back
fair.
in the day.
It should be fair. No.
No, but from me, like I'm saying, fair, yes, but not fair, cheap, no. And also not too like prohibitively expensive, where someone then also gets pissed, because then also you're setting the trend of how your daughter is going to be treated and received in this family.
Exactly.
Because if the uncles get pissed with, guys, this chick is a jokey.
I think this is how you can make it like that. When you put a monetary value, you get somehow you kind of make it. It's difficult. Like if I could say 20,000, someone would just go to a bank and borrow that 20,000 and come and do the ritual, right? But if you say I want 5 cows and a certain breed, or I want this and then a goat,
I want dolphins.
and then this and then I want dolphins. There's when it's a process. When someone goes through that process of finding that, they actually adding a bit more value to your daughter, and that's how it used to be back in the days. But now, when you say an X amount of money, I can
just
easily
money.
just like when I got married.
Yes.
When I got married, I borrowed from my friends.
Look, I
But if I was asked
partially
to actually
don't.
bring an actual cow,
I partially don't agree with you there, because whether it's something physical, it's tangible like money or whatever, or like the cows and money, it's the same thing to me. I feel like
you think it's the same thing?
it's the same thing.
I don't think so either.
Imagine, let's say you
I
make,
guess maybe the
let's say you make
inconvenience
20K a month.
logistics and whatever.
That's the thing that is embedded in your brain now to say, shama takazoiwana mumbe
I
inema
guess.
stripes.
I guess.
remember,
that
like
was the-
if you had to marry a king's daughter and you're a king, right? You had to kill a lion. So it's that whole process of. However, if they were to say, just bring a lion, or you could just hire somebody and then they just go and then do it for you.
Yeah.
Because you can. You've got the.
You got the sheets.
Yeah, you got the shits.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying, Kuti. Don't make it. It shouldn't be like a walk in the park. There have to be processes.
Yeah.
Munanofana could jump through hoops. But I'm not saying, Kuti, those hoops are more to do with your commitment to solving a situation. That also tells you kuti mkwasha anofunga sei.
Yeah.
Because ukati mkwasha wako ndikuda madolphin ka akutsvaga logistics ekuti right. First and foremost,
madolphins
ndomawana kupi. That's the first question that comes out. So then going through that process, it's good for you so that you remember and you value, like you said, why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah. But inini manje andizoda kuti manje kuti right ndakuda ma meteors.
Yeah.
I want meteors from the moon. What the hell, bro?
moon rocks.
Moon rocks. Where am I gonna get those? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I've got a when I used to go to church, one of the brothers in Christ, he wanted to marry above his his weight. He was staying at Matapi in Mbare there.
Yeah.
And the wife to be was like from one of these suburbs, and they were in love, great. They were going to the same church, and he knew how much it would be needed. He hustled and found the money, and on the day, I kid you not, when the family realized that this guy was well prepared, they flipped the script and added extra. He went there 3 times. That's how bad it was, until she eloped. Because she then figured, and then after hearing from her aunties, then figured that nobody wants her to marry this dude, because he's from the ghetto and he stays elsewhere in the slums, and he cannot afford to take care of. And because they had like a whole dream of, my daughter is gonna get married to
a
so
doctor.
yeah, and she's got a PhD, but she fell in love with this guy, so she eloped. And I can say that they've been married happily for the last 30 or so years, 32, and I think that's a great love story. But sometimes parents over exaggerate the whole, I want Lobola like this and like that, and then they put a price tag on their daughter. And when you do that, sometimes I don't know, man.
The point I was trying to make also was, if you make it difficult for Mkwasha will feel entitled. Mkwasha will abuse your child.
Yes,
this is the problem.
Yeah,
because
becomes a problem.
even the relatives the relatives emrume.
Yeah.
They'll
just,
also feel
Muna,
some type of way.
What
Yeah.
are you
Yeah,
50,000?
they'll look at it and say, Mushandi say,
Uyu.
and when she comes like for those family functions,
niggas,
they're like, "Oh, Aurora, I was
Yeah.
saying no."
A graft.
Yeah, graft. We ain't ordering a catering company. She's
doing
cooking for everybody.
Exactly.
200 people.
Mm.
She's scrubbing the floors because we paid. You know, and that's not how it's supposed to be.
And we paid.
Yeah, we paid. Yeah, we.
Yeah. So, hey.
Conclusion.
Conclusion is that if you're the one charging,
Yeah.
just think of your own situation.
Yeah.
The way was room kuti boy.
Where's the love? Yeah?
Where's the love? And just make sure kuti if you make it difficult for your mkwasha, they're gonna make it difficult for your daughter.
Yeah.
Just know that.
I like that.
You
It's
just
You get what you
never
deserve.
ending
you
cycle.
get what you deserve. Never ending circle of abuse. Yeah. And guys, Las Vegas, hey, tone it down with the amounts though.
Tone it
Yo.
down, man. Tone it down.
Wow.
Are you looking for a second wife? Or
No,
what
I'm
are
just-
you saying?
Because you know what? These lighties, I told you, there's actually shout out to Mbongeni. He's getting married. He's a young man. He's one of my youngsters, and he's getting married in April, I think. Yeah, and he's in love. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
He's doing a
Yeah.
good thing. He's doing.
Yeah,
He's
I
trying to
like
do
that.
things
I
right.
like that.
He's trying to do things right. Shout out to you, Mvanam. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to our UK listeners.
Yeah.
I've got a friend of mine from the UK. She was telling me that she's getting married this year, but she says it's been tough because apparently Zimbabwean women that are based that side are finding it difficult to get married because guys are like, you can't marry a Zimbabwean chick because they're expensive.
You see now,
So
that's,
they'd rather,
there's now
they'd rather
there's-
date or
Is
get married
that
to,
expensive because of Lobola?
because
or
of
taste?
Lobola and
Taste in
Lobola
life,
and
yeah.
how people are abusing. Because someone will say my daughter's in the diaspora.
yeah.
So someone rather marry someone from another country,
Yes.
a South African or Botswana or Namibian or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're like, at least they still have those kind of values where they respect, the true customary. I like Zimbabwean chicks. They're like the most. It's like,
Expensive.
Apparently in Africa, when it
Weird.
comes to Lobola, dowry and everything, it's like sim chicks.
Unreasonable.
Yeah. And she was saying, it's tough. Every guy I speak to. So her dude is like from, I think it should be Kenyan. Something like that, yeah.
See, that's the thing. Youngsters are saying to themselves, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to be paying for this when I can get it for free."
Yeah.
Now it's not
Exactly.
You see, that's the thing. Now the light is now they.
I can still see the nudes, I
guess-
can get nudes.
Send the news. So it's crazy.
This is a long conclusion.
It's a very long conclusion. So in conclusion to the conclusion, just be reasonable.
Yeah.
Just be reasonable.
And remember, we're just saying.
We just
We're just
talking.
saying.
We just prating.